Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and I'm joining in with Get in Shape. This is a new hop. We're using shapes in our scrapbooking for this YouTube series, and Miranda Weber is the clever organizer of this from My Scrappy Life here on YouTube. And I just want to say thank you to Miranda for this great inspiration. I just like working with different shapes, and in January we're working with circles. So I want to say thank you to Miranda for setting this up, giving some inspiration to this scrapbooker who loves circles and wanting to be sharing some of the joy that is scrapbooking and recording of our family memories and everyday lives. I'm really sorry about my voice, people. It is not getting any better, but I have to persevere, and I hope I can get through without too many stops and starts. So I am using some 49 marker in this layout here, and I have cut all the circles that I want to use, and I need to distress them so that they stand up off the background here. So I'm going to go off screen and continue to distress them all and add them in, and then I'm come back and I'm adding them to the layout. I'm drawing down a center line because I want to place my circles in their rows, building up the rainbow so that they are in the center of the page, and then I can build from there outwards. I am going to use the circles to then create a heart in the background. So I've cut out lots of 1 1/4 inch circles. Now you'll notice I've just made a mistake by putting that green one there at the top, and I realise it as I work my way through it, and I have to move it, but that's okay because of the way the photo goes, it works out. So I'm going to also add in some stamping here, and they are circles of course, and I'm just putting those in randomly along the design. That one there is not a full circle. When I cut it, I didn't do it. I don't know what happened there, but that's okay because the photo will sit there and cover that up. So I'm just moving these circles around and adding them as an outline to the overall effect of this layout. I have chosen these papers because they did have the ombre rainbow effect in them, and I like that they were the solids that I could use. I do like 49 market papers. They are nice and thick and easy to manipulate and work with, which is always a bonus. And I am just building that heart shape as I indicated that this was turning into. And then it's going into the blues now, and that's where I'm lining those greens up because I need to divide it into that heart shape. So you can see that it will start to divide across now. This row here is a full row right across with the blues. I'm going to put in some more circles across, and I get halfway across and I realize I don't have enough of the blues, and I really don't know why, because I was sure I cut out enough, but I must have lost one somewhere here in the mess of my desk. But that's okay because the photo will go there, and I will just extend it by taking one from the middle. And that's my solution when I lose what I'm doing. I just manipulate what I've got and move them around. So you can see by doing this, I have now created a full heart, and I'm just going to match my photo with the yellow, which I use as my 1 inch framing at the outside, and plus some black to give it some pop. Now I did contemplate using those letters as my title, but I end up in the end not doing so. I'm using some Vicky Booten here from her Where to Next collection, and because the colours match beautifully with these flowers here. And I'm going to just pop the photo up on some foam tape, and these foam dots are really, really good. I'm glad I went back and bought some more, and I'm just putting them to the side. Now this photo was taken in December when we were in the city, and we were on the carousel down at Darling Harbour. I love that carousel. It is a great old carousel, and so we had some fun on the carousel taking goofy photos and videos and just being like little kids. And it was quite funny really watching the adults who had put their children onto the carousel and then stood off watching their children on the carousel. You could see that they were like wishing they were joining in on the fun as well, because one person actually did go with their child this next round after us when we got off, and you could just watch the joy of their face as they got to share it with their children. So that's one thing I still do with my children, is I still do and enjoy joining in on all the fun that they get up to. So I have these little tags here that I'm adding in, and I'm just going to corner around this one and turn it into like a tab at the top of the photo. And then I've just built up that one cluster there, and I've got some thread which I'm putting in at places as a messy thread accent to the layout. I love how this has come together. I like the circles and the way that they've built that heart. As I said, if you watch long enough, you know that I like circles on a layout. Just tucked in that little camera there from Scrap a Sketch there, and I put that into the top of that cluster there with the title Take a Photo. And I'm just going to do some doodling by doing a messy line around my border. I really do like to do a messy line border. It draws the eye to the layout and makes the actual layout pop. So I'm actually going to do it as a double this time. So using my black fine line pen, I'm just going down, and so I decide that I will go the second time through because I want it to be a bit more to stand out and make all those colours pop really brightly on that layout. Now, if you drag your pen down your page, you get a pretty straight line, which is very, very useful when you're doing a border. But it doesn't matter that it overlaps in points, because it's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be that messy scribble. So that's now completed, and now it's got that more definition around that outline of that layout. And just to finish it off, I will put some faux stitching around some of the hearts. Some of the dots or the circles on the hearts, because I just want some more black in there just to make that pop. I have got some enamel dots, and these I'm going to add on to the layout, and I'm going to go with the hearts, and I'm going to put on some stars as well. These are leftover cocoa vanilla ones that I have, and I'm into burning that stash this year and using up what I've got before I go and get new stuff. And so you can see I'm coming to the end of this sheet, and I'm hoping that in the next few layouts they will all be used up, and I can go tick another thing used out of my stash. My goal is to use 2,025 pieces of stash this year, so let's see how we go. I really would be grateful if I could get a lot of it done on these layouts. And this hop that Miranda has organised for all of us is a great way to get this started. So don't forget to check out Miranda. I'll put all her details down below, and also check out all the other people who are playing along as we explore the shapes on our layouts throughout 2025. So I've just added in those enamel dots or enamel shapes, and now, as I said, I'm going to just put in some dimension magic in there to make my lens look real on the camera. I've got this gold pen. It's like a Nouveau gold pen that just adds some glitter to the center of the flowers. And as I said, I contemplate those circles, and that's when I go back and I put those faux stitching in, because I really do think that it needed the faux stitching to pop up those circles just a little bit more and add more interest. I'm adding in the date, which I know what date it was, and I'm putting that down the bottom. And that's basically how this layout has come together. You can see that I've got all the messy border there, those circles with the roughened edges there, and I have quite a lot of circles on that layout. I've got the little tab on my photo, and I've built those clusters for you to look at and have your eye draw around. Don't forget that there is a full playlist down below. Hopefully I've done something to earn a thumbs up from you. I hope I've inspired you to pull out your stash and get a little bit creative with this simple design. Thanks very much for watching. I'm happy scrapping. Until next time.